Hey guys, it's Zircon and Coral. Today we're going to go over a technique that has served us very well over the years and we've sort of kept secret, but I think it's time that we just let other people know. So, to start off, this is a technique that is not for the faint of heart. If you are a super Lego purist and don't believe in taking Lego that should not be disassembled apart, then this is not for you. If you are not and you're like us and are willing to pop things off and rip things apart, then this technique, which has served us a ton, may be helpful to you as well. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you the axle tube. These pieces, as well as these wheels, we've got tons of them and are relatively useless when it comes to high-level mocks, so we don't use them very much. But inside of those pieces are pure gold. Okay, so if I take an example, that clear piece looks essentially like this. If you take all the effort and time to try to extract it without breaking it or breaking the shell, you can obtain a piece that looks like this. Personally, I don't feel like it's worth it, so I will often just start ripping them apart with pliers, vice grips, tin snips. Any of those tools will work well. The goal is to get the inner axle tube. And so here's a little pile of inner axle tubes. And I'll explain why they're useful. So inner axle tubes come in two different lengths. On the inside, you'll see the piece that goes vertically versus the piece that goes horizontally. The vertical one is a little bit longer, and that is roughly a smidgen over a brick and a plate, and then the horizontals are a little bit shorter, and that's a smidgen over a brick. So they come in three different colors. There's red, there's black, and there's opaque white. They work amazingly well for things like this. The diameter of the tube fits perfectly into a brick. It's a little tight, so not quite perfectly, but it definitely allows for you to do some things that you normally would not be able to do. It's a snot technique that can be done within a 1x1 square foot pattern. Very useful in a pinch, connecting cheese at the bottom of slopes or inverted slopes or whatever. This can be used in a multitude of ways, so I'm not even going to go into all the different potential uses for it. But the short ones are good for if you only have a brick high of depth to go into, so you can get them fully situated, and the longer ones can be used for deeper stuff. And they can clearly be used just as themselves. These are two candles that we made. One's just got the wick in there with the little rubber bands, and this one is also showing that the inside of the tube is almost a rod as well. Just as the outside is a little tight for going into the bottom of bricks, the inside is a little tight for tubes, but it is definitely possible, so you can put in flames or lightsabers and stuff like that. So not only is this useful in a pinch for super technical and difficult connections to put together, it's also useful by itself. And all from taking from a piece that most of us hardly ever use at all. So personally, I rip all of these apart to get as many of these beautiful little golden pieces as possible. And hope that helps. And yeah, have a great day.